Welcome to ACT Math Tips. I was recently asked about the July 2018-19 test, number 59. And if you look here, you have for negative pi over 2 is less than or equal to theta is less than or equal to pi over 2. So we're looking at what is going with theta. Theta is an angle. So if you need to know, first off, need to remember that pi equals 180 degrees in radian form. If you can remember that, you can find out any degree. So let's replace the pi with 180. So if we come down here and we take 180 and we divide it by 2, we would get, and it's a negative, so it would be a negative 90 degrees. So we would have that, and it would be, we're going to write our entire range that we're looking for. All right. And if you remember, when you're dealing with a quadrant, you're going in this direction. So we do know that that's 90, that's 180, and that is 270. Now, since we're going positive 90, which would be this quadrant right here, and then we're also doing negative 90, which would be this quadrant right here, I want to see what's going on with sine. So I notice with all of my answers, I have my two endpoints, one of my endpoints, all of the numbers except the endpoints, the numbers with the endpoints and everything, or none of it. So let's figure out first off what our endpoints are. So if you type into your calculator sine of 270, go ahead and type it in, you're going to get a negative 1. Well, I'm going to put my negative 1 up here, and the absolute value of negative 1 is greater than or equal to 1. So we're good. So this one does work. So right away, I can get rid of b because that's my negative 1, and I can get rid of the empty set. So let's try what happens if I do sine of 90 degrees. Well, if I do sine of 90 degrees, I get a 1. Okay, the absolute value of a positive 1, it works. Okay, so we're good. So now we have to decide, are we dealing with the, so it wouldn't be c, by the way, because it does include my endpoints. So am I dealing with anything in the middle here? So let's try, it doesn't really matter one. You can pick sine of 300, sine of 45, whatever angle you want to pick in here, sine of 60, it doesn't matter. Okay, so pick any angle in there and then see if you end up with a negative or a number that would be greater than 1 if it was the absolute value. For this experiment, we're actually going to do sine of 30. Okay, if I plug it in, it's going to be 0.5, which is a half. And if I plug it over here, no matter what happens, it will never be larger than 1 or even equal to 1. So we know it doesn't work for the end part or the points between this. It just works for the end point. So hence why the answer is A. For additional help or for ACT prep classes, I'm at A&M ACT Prep. There's my website.